बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज की वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं फर्स्ट ईयर इंग्लिश के चैप्टर नंबर 8 द वर्ल्व्स ऑफ सर्नोग्रेट्स के एमसीक्यूज। और इस वीडियो को हमने दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया है। पहले पार्ट में ओवरऑल जो एमसीक्यूज हैं इस चैप्टर से रिलेटेड उसको डिस्कस करेंगे, और लेटर पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो में हम पास्ट 22 ईयर्स के जो एमसीक्यूज हैं इस चैप्टर से उसको डिस्कस करेंगे, जिसमें 11 ईयर्स साइंस के होंगे और 11 ईयर्स कॉमर्स के होंगे। तो ये वीडियो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगी तमाम तरह स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, चाहे वो साइंस के हों, आर्ट्स के हों, कॉमर्स के हों या होम इकोनॉमिक्स के हों। तो इस वीडियो को एंड तक जरूर देखिएगा, ये आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगी एमसीक्यूज की प्रिपरेशन में। The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is a fable, fiction, legend, novel. The story The Wolves of Cernogratz was written by Stephen Leacock, Hector Hugh Munro, John Walton, Daniel Jones. The pen name of Hector Hugh Munro is Naki, Jimmy, Saki, Vicky. Hector Hugh Munro was famous for novel, poems, long stories, short stories. The castle Cernogratz was previously owned by Ishmael family, Cernogratz family, Grubel family, none of these. आप जानते हैं कि आपने काम कैसे करना है। आपने इस वीडियो को पॉज करना है, अपने आंसर्स को नोट डाउन कर लेना है और उसके बाद रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स को चेक कर लेना है। Here are the correct answers. The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is a legend. The story The Wolves of Cernogratz was written by Hector Hugh Munro. The pen name of Hector Hugh Munro is Saki. Hector Hugh Munro was famous for his short stories. The castle Cernogratz was previously owned by Cernogratz family. अगर आप ये चाहते हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर की तमाम तर पोएम्स इसी तरह से आप पास पेपर्स के साथ सुन सकें, प्रैक्टिस कर सकें, तो आपकी स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पे जो आई बटन शो हो रहा है उसे क्लिक करके आप उस तमाम तर पोएम्स की प्लेलिस्ट देख सकते हैं। The castle Cernogratz was now owned by Ishmael family, Cernogratz family, Grubel family, none of these. Conrad was Baroness Grubel's brother-in-law, father, chauffeur. Conrad was a prosperous Hamburg merchant, Canadian soldier, Russian doctor, Mexican merchant. Emily was another name for Conrad, Baroness, Caroline Ishmael, none of these. वीडियो को पॉज करें और अपने आंसर्स को लिखने के बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स को चेक कर लें। Here are the right answers. The castle Cernogratz was now owned by Grubel family. Conrad was Baroness Grubel's brother. Conrad was a prosperous Hamburg merchant. Emily was another name for Caroline Ishmael. Howling around the castle was heard when following dies in the castle. Anyone? Member of Grubel family, member of Cernogratz family, member of assembly. In the Cernogratz legend, when the soul of dying one leaves its body, another one gets ill, a glass breaks, a tree crashes in the park, a dog dies. Baron and Baroness Grubel were entertaining their guests because they were celebrating and were going to celebrate the following events: Easter and Halloween, Christmas and New Year, Whitsun and Rosh Hashanah. ये यहूदियों की कुछ उनकी फेस्टिविटीज हैं, उसके नाम है। एंड डी इज नन ऑफ दीज। आप अपनी वीडियो को पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख लें और उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स चेक कर लें। Here are the right answers. Howling around the castle was heard when following dies in the castle, member of Cernogratz family. In the Cernogratz legend, when the soul of dying one leaves its body, a tree crashes in the park. Baron and Baroness Grubel were entertaining their guests because they were celebrating and were going to celebrate the following events: Christmas and New Year. अगर आप ये देखना चाहते हैं कि आपको फाइनल पेपर में प्रेजेंटेशन कैसी रखनी चाहिए, कौन सी जनरल मिस्टेक्स है जिन्हें अवॉइड करना चाहिए और किस तरह से आप अपने पेपर को बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हैं, तो ये सारी बातें जानने के लिए आपके स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पर जो आई बटन है उसे क्लिक करके आप वो वीडियो देख सकते हैं। The window of the old governess room stood open because she forgot to shut. Because she could not shut, she wished to listen to howling. She was not feeling well. At the end of the story, the Cernogratz legend proved to be funny, fake, true, moral containing. Emily died on 26 December, 29 December, 27 December, 28 June. आपको पता है कि आपने काम कैसे करना है, वीडियो को पॉज करना है, अपने आंसर्स लिख लेना है, उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स को चेक कर लेना है। Here are all the correct answers. The window of the old governess room stood open because she wished to listen to howling. At the end of the story, the Cernogratz legend proved to be true. Emily died on 29th December. When the Baroness Grubel had stated a wrong version of Cernogratz legend, the following rectified it. Conrad, Baron Grubel, Emily, none of these. When the old governess rectified the legend and said that for a stranger dying there, no wolf would howl, Grubel family felt it weird, funny, defiance and contempt, right? When the old governess had slipped away quietly to her duties, the company showed anger, strength, disbelief, and trust. In the story, the Wolves of Cernogratz, Vappi was the name of a village, a woolly lapdog, banker's wife, a cat. वीडियो को पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख लें और उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स चेक कर लें. So the right answers are here. When the Baroness Grubel had stated a wrong version of the Cernogratz legend, the following rectified it. Emily. When the old governess rectified the legend and said that for a stranger dying there, or no wolf would howl, Grubel family felt it defiance and contempt. When the old governess had slipped away quietly to her duties, the company showed disbelief. In the story, the Wolves of Cernogratz, Vappi was the name of a woolly lapdog. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि जो आपका प्ले है द काउंट्स रिवेंज, उसके एमसीक्यूज भी अलॉन्ग विद द पास्ट पेपर्स आप देख सकें, प्रैक्टिस कर सकें, तो आपकी स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पे जो आई बटन मौजूद है उसे क्लिक करके आप उसे देख सकते हैं. Are there any old legends attached to the castle? The question was asked by Emily Conrad, banker's wife, Baron. Are there any old legends attached to the castle? Which castle has been referred here? Castle Zenda, Castle Cernogratz, Castle France, Castle Italy. It would be weird and romantic, said the Hamburg merchant. What is weird and romantic? A village, a woolly lapdog, wolves howling, a cat. Pause the video, write down your answers in a notebook, then resume it so that you can tell your answers. And here are the correct ones. Are there any old legends attached to the castle? The question was asked by Conrad. Are there any old legend attached to the castle? Which castle has been referred here? Castle Cernogratz. It would be weird and romantic, said the Hamburg merchant. What is weird and romantic? Wolves howling. She usually sat silent in her place at the table, never speaking unless someone spoke to her. Who is being referred in the above quotation? Baroness, banker's wife, Emily, none of these. But for a stranger dying here, of course, no wolf would howl and no tree would fall. Oh no, who is a stranger? Cernogratz family, Grubel family, banker's wife, Emily. Cernogratz family sold out the castle because they bought another castle, left Germany, became very poor. The castle became haunted. Pause the video, write down your answers, then resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. She usually sat silent in her place at the table, never speaking unless someone spoke to her. Who is being referred in the above quotation? Emily. But for a stranger dying here, of course, no wolf would howl and no tree would fall. Oh no, who is a stranger? Grubel family. Cernogratz family sold out the castle because they became very poor. अगर आप ये देखना चाहते हैं कि आपको तैयारी किस तरह से करनी चाहिए और उसके लिए डायरेक्शन क्या होनी चाहिए, तो आपके स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पे जो आई बटन है उसे क्लिक करें और वो वीडियो देख सकते हैं आप. Fancy the women talking like that at our table. She almost told us we were nobodies. Who is the woman? Emily, Baroness, banker's wife, none of them. Who declared the presence of the wolves first? It was Emily, Baron, banker's wife, Conrad. I am dying in any case, said the voice, and I want to hear their music. Which music has been referred in the quotation? Pop music, rock music, waltz chorus, rap music. The notice regarding death in the newspaper is called death notice, condolence, regret notice, obituary. आप इस वीडियो को पॉज करें, अपने आंसर्स लिख लें और उसके बाद रिज्यूम करके वीडियो को अपने आंसर्स को चेक कर लें। एंड हियर आर द करेक्ट आंसर्स। 26 का है एमिली, 27 का है बैरन, 28 का है वोल्व्स कोरस और 29 का है ओबिचुअरी। अब हम इस वीडियो के सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट में जा रहे हैं, दैट इज द डिस्कशन ऑफ द पास्ट पेपर्स, बट बिफोर दैट यू कैन सी सम ऑफ द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स हियर, एंड दीज आर ऑल द formalities of a YouTube video, so hopefully you will fulfill all of them. But एक चीज जिसको मैं जरूर आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि इसको शेयर जरूर करें अपने क्लास फेलोज के साथ या जो भी स्टूडेंट्स इस वक्त फर्स्ट ईयर के एग्जाम दे रहे हैं। देखते हैं पहले साइंस के पेपर्स में कौन कौन से एमसीक्यूज पूछे गए हैं। 2019 जो कि लास्ट पेपर हुआ है, 2020 में तो पेपर नहीं हुआ, 2021 में भी पेपर नहीं हुआ, नाट्स 2022 तो 2 साल के गैप के बाद जो पेपर होगा उसके अंदर इस चैप्टर से भी यकीनी तौर पे एमसीक्यूज होंगे। देखें इसके अंदर जो है पूछा गया है 2019 में, द पर्सन हु न्यू द ट्रू स्टोरी ऑफ द कासल ऑफ सर्नोग्रेट्स वाज बैरन ग्रुबल कॉनरेड एमिली। The real name of Emily was Baron Grubel Conrad Caroline Schmidt. The word Caroline belongs to this language: French, German, English, Dutch. Emily von Cernogratz was a maiden, bachelor, laws, spinster. Cernogratz castle was purchased by Emily Grubel Conrad Schmidt. In the legend, the Wolves of Cernogratz, Caroline Schmidt died on after before Christmas, Eid, Easter, the eve of the new year. आपने इस वीडियो को पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स को लिख लेना है, फिर रिज्यूम करके सुन लेना है क्योंकि इसमें मेंशन नहीं कर रहे होंगे स्क्रीन पे। The person who knew the true story of the castle of Cernogratz was Emily. The real name of Emily was Caroline Schmidt. The word Caroline belongs to this language, German. Emily von Cernogratz was a spinster. Cernogratz castle was purchased by Grubel. The legend, the Wolves of Cernogratz, Caroline Schmidt died after Christmas is the right answer. Science में मजीद इसमें 4 दफा MCQs और पूछे गए हैं। The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is written by Deva Morgan, H.H. Munro, J.H. Walsh, John Walton. Emily is another name of honored the Baron Caroline Schmidt, the Baroness. Emily was the last Cernogratz who died in her family house, villa, castle, cottage. The Wolves of Cernogratz is a story of the family of Cernogratz, Baron, Baroness, servant. पॉज करके आप इसे देख लें और उसके बाद फिर इसके जवाबात सुन लें। The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is written by H.H. Munro. Emily is another name of Caroline Schmidt. Emily was the last Cernogratz who died in her family castle. The Wolves of Cernogratz is a story of family of Cernogratz. देखते हैं कॉमर्स के पेपर में कौन कौन से एमसीक्यूज आए। कॉमर्स के पेपर में बड़ी लंबी इसकी लिस्ट है। 2019 और 2018 में एक जैसा एमसीक्यू पूछा गया। The word Caroline belonged to this language, French, German, Dutch, English. The actual name of Emily was Caroline Schmidt. Baron Grubel Conrad, the family member of Baroness who died in the castle, was her brother-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law. Fourth है, according to banker's wife, the strange events happened in the Wolves of Cernogratz due to intense cold, angry wolves, old governess, old legend. Conrad was a prosperous Hamburg merchant, English merchant, Canadian merchant, French merchant. Sixth है, before her death, the governess wanted to listen to Lucy's solitary song, family death song, pop music, whistling of wind. The last member of Cernogratz family was Conrad. Emily Grubel, banker's wife. Before her death, the governess wanted to listen to whistling of wind, pop music, Lucy's solitary song, family death music. पॉज कर लो वीडियो को, लिख लो जवाबात और फिर सुन लो इसके राइट आंसर्स। Here are the right ones. The word Caroline belonged to this language, German. Second क्या है, the actual name of Emily was Caroline Schmidt. Third है, the family member of Baroness who died in the castle Cernogratz was her mother-in-law. According to the banker's wife, the strange events happened in the Wolves of Cernogratz due to intense cold. Conrad was a prosperous Hamburg merchant. Before her death, the governess wanted to listen to family death song, and that was the howling of the wolves. The last member of Cernogratz family was Emily. Before her death, the governess wanted to listen to family death music. The castle Cernogratz was later bought by Duke and Duchess, Lord and the Lady, Baron and the Baroness, Prince and the Princess. The word impertinence means rudeness, restlessness, boundless, limitless. The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is based on facts, history, legend, reality. The Wolves of Cernogratz ends with an elegy, obituary, condolence, happy note. Emily was the other name of the Baroness, the Baron Conrad Farolin Schmidt. वीडियो को पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख लें और उसके बाद इसके आंसर्स सुन लें. The castle of Cernogratz was later bought by Baron and the Baroness. The word impertinence means rudeness. The story The Wolves of Cernogratz is based on legend. The Wolves of Cernogratz ends with obituary. Emily was another name of Caroline Schmidt. उम्मीद है कि ये वीडियो आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगी. कमेंट्स जरूर किया करें क्योंकि कमेंट से हम इनकरेज होते हैं. इंशाल्लाह ताला नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मुलाकात होगी. तब तक अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, मुझे दुआ में याद रखिएगा. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.